really like you, Canada. What do you see? What do you see when you look at? Welcome to Improving Parent-Child Relationships. In this episode, we will be visiting with Lee and Trish, who say their child is used to having her way. They are working on limit setting and following through, but are finding this is a challenge, as we can see as this episode begins at home.
You like this part? Okay. You want to watch the rest of the movie?
It's up to you, Trey.
Trey, if you're not sitting here watching the movie, then I think you're done. And I turn it off.
Okay. Do you want to see the very end? I think she's done.
Okay, I'll turn it off.
No, I'm not done.
Well, you need to be sitting there and watching it. Hey, Trey, you want to turn the TV off for me? It's over.
Hey!
You still watching? You should sit down.
Trey, I just want to let you know your dinner is ready when you are. You've got a warm hot dog. So if you're ready to turn the TV off, I'm going to sit down and eat with you. I've got some broccoli too. Whenever you're ready, okay? You let me know.
Okay, Trey, movie's over. You want to turn it off?
I just want to see these little pictures.
When you look at that now, what do you see that would concern you, if any?
Well, it seems like she had too many opportunities to end the activity.
I think so. I don't know why as parents we do this, but we have the idea that if they could just give us a verbal conclusion, then we would know they understood it. It seems like you're working pretty hard at something that is just a privilege for her anyway. What do you think she would do if, when you observed, my goodness, she's not watching the movie, I guess she's done, if you just went over and turned it off?
I suppose that's what I was trying to avoid, because I wanted to have a smooth transition to dinner. I didn't want there to be any big fight between the two things.
But we live for that.
I know. When we turn it off, this is a question I have about respect, though. When we turn it off, instead of offering her the chance to turn it off, which is to her it's very exciting and powerful to do the TV. She gets very angry if we turn it off, even if she's done watching, if she doesn't have the chance to run up and turn it off first. So I suppose that, to me, I was sort of trying to avoid that next battle.
But what I realized when it's sort of, the evening just kind of went this way, and that if you can at the beginning say, if I had turned that off, we might have had a different evening. Because it's just like, okay, I won that one, let's test the next one. She just keeps testing.
Testing, yeah. I think maybe it's the child's equivalent of, you don't decide things.
That's what I think it is more, too.
I
It's a
decide
control
things.
issue as to
Right.
when it's over. I'm deciding when it's over, not you. I think.
Well, and
you're
from
wrong.
her point of view, maybe you should never decide when something's over, because if I'm the one running things, and at 3 or 4, shouldn't I be? If I'm the one running things, what do you mean turning off my television before I told you that I could? You know, I think that is a child's point of view. So then the apprehension around the perceived battle becomes important, because from her point of view, if you violate my intention to run things by thinking that you could possibly turn this television off, you people are going to pay. And I don't know that I would want a child really to have that point of view. I think when she demonstrates she's done watching it, it just needs to go off. I wouldn't want her to have the idea you'd be afraid of her kicking up a fuss. When she demonstrates she's done with something like watching television, do you think you can do it? Just turn it off?
Basically turn it off and walk in the kitchen and
Yeah.
say it's time for dinner?
Yeah.
Like sort of an action-oriented thing, not discussing it?
Well, right. What would there be to discuss?
How unfair it was.
Well,
that whole ensuing
Yeah,
discussion.
and
Mommy's
some-
unfair, you're stupid, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's what will come up probably. Some
Yeah.
verbal, either verbal or physical,
Yeah.
assault.
Well, I think there's a couple things you could do about that. One would be to talk to her beforehand and say, I realize sometimes I'm just talking things to death. And reminding you and talking about TV. Do you want to watch more? Do you want to watch a little more? Can you turn it off? How about if we do this? How about if we do that? And I think when you show me you're done with something, I'm just going to take that as you're done. And I'm not really going to be talking about it, because I also don't want to be talking about what I'm doing. you'd have any question about what I'm going to be doing. So at the time, you don't have to get into it.
I mean, I think I'd go as far as asking her if she wants to turn it off or she wants me to. I feel like that's respectful, giving her the chance to end it herself. That's the step I could take sooner. I'm not going to just walk up and turn it off. I think maybe that was done to me too much. You know, when I was little or something. I'm not just going to walk up and turn it off without offering her that opportunity.
Okay.
Because she stated, you know, basically how important it is to her to be able to do that. And if I feel like I offer her that choice and she doesn't take the choice, then I feel like I could turn it off myself.
What if she says, no, I'm not ready?
That really wasn't the question. The question
Yeah.
is who's going to turn it off.
Right.
I feel like she's already made that choice.
Okay,
she's
good.
moved around the room a few times or not watching it or something, so I feel like she's made that choice with her actions.
Yeah, I think you're right on top of it because you're avoiding then another round we're going to go about her talking about how she really was going to settle down and watch this and she really meant to. So you're right. The discussions around on who's turning it off, not whether it's going to be. Avoid giving multiple chances. Be firm when children are bossy. Don't be intimidated by children's dramatic refusals. Give choices, but avoid explanations during conflict.
I'm sorry, Trey. You're not to be in this room right now. Okay? Please, out of the room. Count of 3, out of room. Your hot dog is ready. Come on.
Oh, why do you put it in the trash?
Hot dog, you can take it if you want it. One, 2.
No!
Well. Time to come out of the room, Trey.
What's happening?
Now, Trish, it looked to me like you decided you were done being in the room
Yes.
and moved toward the door and turned out the lights. I take that as a sign that it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we're just not going to do this. And then I think it's interesting that the next thing she does is leaves the room too.
Mm-hmm.
So this seems like a pretty effective recipe here,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that you're acting on. Is that what you were thinking about at the time?
Yes, I've had to do that a couple of times when I'm done.
Here we can see that this is being effective, and I guess what I would wonder is there's probably tremendous wisdom to placing that more near the beginning, because it looks like you went around a few times before you did that and then
Right.
thought better of it and caught yourself. But this is very encouraging to me because it shows that she will come along with things. You know, when you decide what you're going to do, it's when you don't know what you're going to do or you let it go on too long that then I make much of it. Take action sooner rather than later.
Okay. Do you remember what I said, Trey? If you eat your dinner, I have a treat for you.
That's your ranch dressing you can dip your broccoli in.
Trana? It looks like something's going underneath the table. Does your hands get dirty? Could you put them up on the top, please?
No way.
Okay. Trey, that ranch dressing needs to stay up on the top, okay?
No, I'm
I
going.
need to have that to be up on the top. Wherever else it went, did it go underneath there a little bit? There you go. Okay. You know what, Trey? That's not how we eat. If you want to come sit down, and I'll sit down at my place. No, that's not a good idea either. Look, Trey, there's some ranch dressing on your face and on your hands. I guess she is done with her food. I'm going to put it away now. I'm going to put it away. If I see you sitting at the table
Go pick that up.
and eating your broccoli or your potato tots, then I don't think you're hungry. I need to see you sitting down. Well, I don't see you sitting down eating. Okay?
No,
I guess
I'm
we're done.
hungry.
Okay, put the pad back on that table over there, please.
Oh,
We'll get the food out later if you're hungry, okay?
Let's talk about dinner. What do you
Looks like
see?
dinner.
What do you see when you look at this?
Awful. I mean, the only good thing I can see, I'll say that first, is that the end, which is now, you know, we put the food away. It's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that took a while, but it's just not available anymore.
Sometimes when we take her food away, she doesn't care. She's not hungry.
No, she doesn't care.
And so,
Well, it's not about the food. Most
Right.
people miss that.
yeah.
This is sort of like the TV, really. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's turning off the TV or about the food. I think what's going on is I'm, as a child, demonstrating that I pretty much run things and you pretty much don't. And so turn yourself upside down and offer me treats or talk to me about where to sit or do anything, but you're probably not going to prevail because I'm just busy demonstrating that I run you. And when you think about that as a respect issue, which is one of your main interests, it's not demonstrating much respect for you. But I'm not sure it's demonstrating much respect for her either, in terms of her fitting into things. What do you think you want to do about this?
Well, one thing that we started doing is trying to involve her more in the dinner setup. If she had more tasks or more orientation toward dinner, maybe she'd be wanting to sit down with us.
I think it would be lovely to do those things with her and to invite her to participate no matter what went on at dinner. It's just a nice thing to be doing with her and builds the relationship and helps her feel able. But what I wouldn't want anyone to think is that it would be a way necessarily to avoid dealing with her about the dinner time itself. Do you ever have the hope that if you just do something nice enough, maybe there won't be trouble? I think that sometimes. That if I could find a nice way to work this out, I would do it. Because who wants to be ugly? And who wants to sort of square off with somebody? And who wants the power struggle that can ensue if I take a reasonable position and just stand right behind it? So I think that's lovely, but I wouldn't want to have you operating under a false assumption here that if you could just be nice enough, this would work out. Do you think you're nice enough to her?
Most of the time.
Do you ever think
Kinda
you're
frustrated
too
sometimes?
nice? Now, why would you be frustrated? I know why I'd be frustrated, but why would you be?
Well, I just want to, have like a calm dinner time.
Then I think it's possible that even after you've done everything you possibly could to make this a nice situation, she still might take you on. So I think it's important for you to know, when have I been nice enough? And there isn't going to be any more nice offers here. No offers of treats later, no anything. What's going on isn't acceptable, and I'm just going to take a position about it, nice or not. So at that point, you might not be nice exactly, except I think you really are, because I think nice in the long run is helping somebody learn to fit in and do what they need to do. It's a nice thing to be doing for somebody. There's a lot of you being nice, maybe too nice. What do you think? Yeah.
Yes. I mean, for us, this was firm. Putting
Yeah.
the food away. At the point at which she smeared some ranch dressing or went under the table, and we saw, boy,
Well,
this
that's
isn't going
it.
anywhere.
Yeah.
She's not eating. One of us suggests to the other, she's not eating. We put the food away. That's kind of firm for us.
See, and I
Put the food away this early on,
Well,
without very many more chances to eat.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone from 100 to 96 chances. Respect should be mutual. Being nice won't resolve a power struggle for long. Always being too nice will give children unrealistic social expectations.
Let's play Collect
Okay. Okay.
I'm Papa Bear.
Okay, you're Papa Bear.
Bear baby.
Yeah, you guys go for a walk in the woods.
Eating my porridge.
Someone's been eating my porridge.
And someone's eating my bed. And she goes there.
Oh, what? Oh no, you found me. I have to run away. You really like this game, don't you? Sleeping monster.
I just think this is pretty delightful. I mean, your willingness to play with her is something that interests her.
Fun to watch her. Like, she just has all these games that she makes up and tries to involve us in. And,
What really shows through is your enjoyment of her, your love for her, your willingness to be good sports and lay on the floor and be monsters because she loves to do it. I mean, it's also, I think, the sort of legitimate, she can direct the play. I mean, she can have the starring role. She can kind of run things, and it's a good way for her to express that kind of thing with the two of you. Have fun.
and give children appropriate opportunities to be in charge.
We need 2 eggs.
Okay. 2 eggs this day. This much?
How many? 1. That's 3. You need to put 1 away. No, so that's the pyramid card for 2.
Someday I want all of these.
Someday we can use 3, but today we use 2. Okay, watch what you're doing. Okay, you can set this right here. Right on right here. Okay. Yeah, pick the shells out, please.
Pick the shell out. Want to get it?
You know what, Trey? That's not what we do with the eggs.
I want to
Listen,
help.
You want to help, and you need to do it the right way. You know what the right way is. Okay?
This is a big one. Oh, I cracked it. No, now.
Okay, Trey, I want you to go take those pants off, okay? 'Cause you got little eggs on them. Maybe we can just wait till the end. Use the spoon. Use the spoon. You know you use the spoon to stir it up. Okay, Trey. You know what? This isn't working.
Mama.
Don't eat it, Trey. You need to go wash your hands.
Oh, you got some egg all over you?
Yeah. She's not really into it right now, Lynn.
Okay. Do you hear Mom saying you need to go wash your hands?
I want to.
Go wash your hands. Now, if you want to make cookies, you need, you know what, Trey? I think you're not in the mood right now for making cookies.
I want to. I
You're
want
not.
to.
You're not listening. We can't make cookies when you're listening.
I'm going to listen.
You've come to a conclusion here. What's the conclusion you've come to?
But she's not ready to make cookies. She's not in that frame of mind.
That could be true. Where are you about your frame of mind?
I'm not really into making cookies.
Absolutely. And the reason I bring this up, I think this is a really important distinction, because we could base the decision to make cookies or not on at least one of 2 things. That she's showing she's not ready, or we could base it on, I don't know if you're ready or not, I know I'm not ready. And the reason I would suggest that you consider basing it on the decision that you're not ready is it has to do with the empathy kind of question. That if we base everything on the decision about how it is for Trey, you know, how's she doing, how's she liking it, is she able, is she clean, is she this, then everything always pretty much revolves around her, and she feels the 2 of you revolving around her. But if we base the decision on things like, let me see now, fighting about washing hands, breaking eggs, how many eggs, watching them roll around in the bowl, fingers in the eggs and on clothes, you know, I think that's a little over the top for me, and I'm not ready to make the cookies. And I think what is really good about this is the decision not having anything to do with punishing anybody, or not whether her behavior was bad or anything, but just an expression of, here's what I'm willing to do and here's what I'm not willing to do. And what do you think about that as an idea?
Sure, to let her know that I'm not ready. Well, yeah. I mean, I think she got the message.
She did.
Because the next time we made cookies, she knew how to behave and how to do it right.
Right, and I think earlier on in the video, you expressed the idea that she knew how to do it right. That wasn't the problem. And I think sometimes parents get very confused. I think, Lee, you've expressed confusion. Are we sure she knows how to do it right? Well, maybe she does and maybe she doesn't, but I don't know that right then is the time to worry about it. It's not going very well, and we're not doing it now. Do you view that as respectful, since that's important to the both of you?
I think it's respectful.
I do too, because you're not really telling what she's going to do or not. I mean, it has implications for her, but it has to do with my right to decide what I'm going to be going through, and this isn't it. And I think you came to that conclusion anyway, and I think maybe what will happen is you kind of go through time with that idea. It's likely that you'll start deciding it earlier and earlier, that you just won't be going through quite so much before you make a decision, not about her, but about you.
Don't continue an activity when children aren't cooperating. Also consider how you feel about continuing.
You want to put this in the microwave? You want to put this in the microwave and warm it up yourself?
You can eat it that way if you want to. You don't have to make it hot.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll put it at the table.
No, I mean, Triana, when we're eating hot dogs, we need to sit down at the table, okay? Listen to me. Listen to me. I need you to go yourself, or I'm going to help you, okay? Go find your place. Would you like me to sit near you today? We just talked about. Come here, sit down for a second. Remember what we just talked about in the living room? What did I say? We need a little bit of broccoli and potatoes in order for you to have a treat. Is that what you want, or do you want to do something else?
I said,
You want to eat?
stop.
I will stop in just a second. I need you to answer me.
Stop.
Do you want to go to the table and sit down and eat your dinner?
Oh.
Then you may have what you asked for.
What do you think about the dance of the hot dog?
Not worth it.
Yeah, it's probably not worth it. Just a second ago, you said, I need you to answer me. And it looked very sincere on your part. Why, in this situation, do you need her to answer you?
I guess I just want to hear her assent that she's with this program here.
And if she gives assent, what does that mean to you?
Just that she's been given a choice and she's making a decision.
And that
She intends
she's
to follow through on it.
consciously aware of it and in full knowledge, informed consent, all of that type of thing.
Right.
What if she didn't fully understand it? What would that mean for you?
I don't know, I guess more explanations,
Yeah, maybe.
more discussion.
Yeah. I'm going to suggest here that you might be a little too worried about this, about whether she fully understands it, fully agrees with it, or even likes it. I mean, to me, sometimes when you're looking for agreement from people, you're kind of looking for whether it's going to be okay with them or whether they're going to like it. It might not be okay with her that you're going to put up the dinner, or she might not like it. It doesn't mean you wouldn't do it. So I guess I see again you're not wanting to be mean to her, even though I don't think you're being unreasonable at all. Children don't always have to understand, like, or agree with the parental action.
Trey, I'm going to sit with you, okay? If you can't sit down and eat, we're not going to have any treats, okay? You want to sit right by me? Real close. Okay. You've been liking that lately, haven't you? Real close. Mom, that's one of the things that happens when we move around a lot while we're eating. You may have that box if you want, but you need to come and sit down.
I want this one.
Not right now. After you're done eating, you can play with this mass. I don't mind. Okay? Can you sit down on your own, or do you want me to help you? Okay. That's a good one.
I didn't want to eat a height.
What do you think about the level of explaining that's going on here?
A lot of conversation.
Yeah? What if you didn't explain any of this? What if you just moved her down off to the chair on the floor and that was it?
I wouldn't have this nice moment here, sitting on the lap, eating dinner finally.
Do you know how much you paid for that nice moment?
A lot of time, a lot of involvement.
Well, I'm with you. This coming up is a nice moment, and I'd like to see as many of those for you as there can be, but I hate for you to have to go through all this other stuff to get to the nice moment.
It's pretty expensive.
I believe that she likes you and likes to be with you, and that you would have these nice moments, but that you shouldn't have to go through all that other stuff to get them. What I wouldn't want her to have is the idea that you would just pretty much endlessly explain and discuss and reiterate and do all those things, because I think it's pretty hard on you. I mean, what I'm worried about is that there may be times when you would have kind of had it with her. I mean, that it's hard to enjoy being with somebody when you've crawled over 7 mountains to spend time with them, and that the more we can reduce this kind of difficulty, the more you actually will enjoy all this time with her, and it goes well. Act sooner and explain less.
You did very well. Could you sit down at your chair and I'll go get you a treat?
What does Mom say?
Have a seat or kneel, and I'll bring you a treat. I want you to sit down if you want a treat.
Ernie.
Ernie, where's Ernie?
Ernie?
But you can sit on Mom if you want to, that's fine.
You want to sit down?
I don't mind if you stand when you're eating, that's fine. That's one of your rules, is standing or sitting or kneeling. Okay.
You like to tell me where?
feels like if there's a specialization, it's that I get a lot of choices and I take the choice not offered sometimes as well. So you've got these 3 choices about being at the table. Well, then I'll take the Overland Trail because it's the choice not offered.
It's like she thinks she has a lot of chances at things.
Yes.
Do you get that impression?
I do have that impression. And why would she think that?
I mean, it just seems like she has, 4 chances before at dinner and now 3 chances at dinner and all that.
So what do you?
So why eat before the 7th chance?
Oh, right.
That whole comes to that. She can count how many chances she has.
Yeah, and my concern would be in life, she won't always have that many chances. You're going to probably have given her more chances than anybody. So what are you going to do about that?
Well, I could start acting sooner.
Yeah, don't give her all those chances. She gets a chance.
Avoid giving multiple chances.
The things we've talked about, what do you want to leave for each of you as an area of focus?
I'll say more action, less talk.
More action, less talk. Is there any particular parameter you want as an area of experimenting?
I guess in terms of like behaviors that she already understands not supposed to be doing, like climbing, throwing things, or the real limit setting, those areas. Take more action earlier on.
Okay.
Those things.
At the times when, I'm imagining there are times when you are honestly confused about whether she knows something or not. I mean,
Not too much anymore.
Not too much anymore. I was
I-
going to say, there is somebody here you can ask who,
Right.
it
I'm not
feels to
confused
me
about
that Trish has thought a lot about this, and I think probably has made some pretty careful assessments about what she knows and what she doesn't. So the 2 of you could always talk. But I think what I hear in you is that you're recognizing that you may have been a little more generous than you need to be, and that you can be a little less generous without being mean. How about for you?
I think giving less chances. That's
Fewer
it.
chances.
Fewer chances.
So that would mean counting to 3 probably wouldn't be applicable. You just
Right.
say this is it, and then you'd act on it.
Right.
And I think with either one of those things, you may find her redoubling efforts a little bit because she's no pushover. But I would really see that as validation that you're working in the right direction. Otherwise, there wouldn't be anything to redouble about. And that I think what we see is that once she understands it, she does stop. She is capable of stopping. But she's got a lot of pizzazz. You probably identified with many of the situations shown. It's up to you to decide what would work best in your own family. Here are some of the main principles and skills in this episode.
You know what, Trey?
Don't continue an activity when children aren't cooperating.
You're not listening. We
You
can't.
sit down at the table.
Being nice enough won't resolve a power struggle.
I need you to go yourself, or I'm going to help you, okay? She's done.
Avoid giving multiple chances.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Okay. Can you sit down?
Act sooner and explain less.